My name is Robert Malone, and I'm a United States-based physician and scientist. These are my truths, and I believe they're self-evident. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. The simple truths are what matter most. Honest words spoken from the heart can change the world. It's my opinion that we should not have politicized the public health response to SARS-CoV-2 and COVID-19. And Justin Trudeau should have focused on managing the actual ground truth of COVID-19 instead of following the script provided to him by the leadership of the World Economic Forum. I'm a physician and a scientist, and I'm highly trained and experienced in developing vaccines and other medicines. But I've also been a carpenter, a farmhand, and I still work my farm. I drive a GMC dually diesel flatbed, a Kubota farm tractor, and can run a skid loader or drive a team of Percheron horses. By the original meaning, I am a teamster, and I'm speaking to my friends and colleagues who've shown enormous courage, the truckers of Canada. I come to you with an open heart and committed to healing and bringing three simple words: integrity, dignity, and community. These are three simple words that ring like bells in the souls of honest people. I come to tell you that we're seeing shocking signals of desperation from our opponents. Benito Mussolini, who created fascism in the 20th century, once said fascism should more properly be called corporatism, since it's the merger of the state and corporate power. In the actions of the governments of Ottawa and Canada, we're now able to clearly see the hidden face that was previously not observable of global fascist totalitarianism, by which I mean, as Mussolini defined it, the fusion of corporate power and government power. For the first time, we can clearly see that they are willing and able to collude with Silicon Valley to weaponize the banking system against us and against you. Taking $10 million from a political fundraising campaign is something that most of us could not have imagined 2 years ago. Clearly, this has backfired because it has exposed to everyone that there is an unnatural coordination between government, the information technology sector, and the banks. And now we have direct video evidence of this collusion from the infamous Zoom call documenting the involvement of the government and mayor of Ottawa in this collusion. The censorship is ramping up. More signs of desperation, and our opponents are no longer really trying to justify it. The attacks on Joe Rogan are truly a desperate act. To attack the most beloved media icon in North America has so much downside that I can't believe they're doing it. But again, it shows that they're coordinating. Did you know that Spotify and Moderna share the same number one investor? Bailey Gifford Asset Management owns 11.5% of both companies, the largest single shareholder. This strategy is backfiring. Joe Rogan is still strong, and the central pharmaceutical and banking system is hated more than ever. So desperate are these conspirators that they now literally have asked the U.S. Department of Defense to commit a felony, changing data in the Defense Medical Epidemiologic Database. Stupidly, it had already been released and was being studied by the medical community. Thank you to Teresa Long and the brave military personnel that pulled these data down and have shared them through a whistleblower act, including with Senator Ron Johnson. But these people were caught with their pants down, changing data after the fact. My guess is that this deserves a criminal investigation. This will also backfire because now people are personally exposed, and I think they'll either run for the hills or become whistleblowers themselves to cover themselves. Fourth key point about the desperation of our opponents It's time to end the fake emergency powers that they have used to suspend your constitutional and natural rights. The censoring must stop, and these emergency powers must be rescinded. Integrity is a commitment to truth in what you say, how you live, and how you treat others. St. Augustine, the doctor of the Roman Catholic Church, famously said, "The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose, it will defend itself." Regarding dignity, dignity flows from respect for ourselves, for each other, and for the world we live in. Community, which is so absent these days, is what binds us together to each other and gives our lives purpose and meaning. In my opinion, and that of virtually every medical ethicist in the world that has studied this, ever since the Nuremberg hearings, if there is risk, there must be choice. This is the fundamental bedrock truth of modern bioethics. All medical procedures, vaccines, and drugs have risks. All of us have the right to understand those risks and to decide for ourselves whether we willingly accept those risks. To deny this is to deny human dignity. Evil has many roots. In my opinion, a willingness to deny human dignity is one of the largest. In our hearts and in our souls, we all know that this is true. Now, regarding our children, although I'm a physician who's deeply committed to the Hippocratic Oath, I'm above all a husband, father, and grandfather. We must nurture and protect our children. This is job one. It's your job. It's my job. It's not their job to protect us. And during the last 2 years, our society and our public health responses failed to protect them. Many things that our public health system has demanded we do to our children, in fact, has directly harmed them. Self-harm, suicide, and drug abuse in children have taken off all around the world. Anxiety, bullying, intimidation, coercion have become the norm. As a parent, it is ultimately your responsibility to protect your children. If they're harmed, you are the one that will have to take care of them, and you will carry that burden for the rest of your life and theirs. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Think for yourself, because it's your responsibility to protect and nurture them. When I was a child, a brilliant young American president said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Canada is your country. You own this amazing gift, but you must defend it if you wish to keep it, or the globalists will take it from you. They promise that in the future you will own nothing and you will be happy. Do you believe them? Today, I ask all of you to keep the words of President John F. Kennedy in your minds and hearts. We can all be leaders, and you brave truckers, have stepped up to the task. Canada, the United States, and the world thanks you for your courage. We will survive this, and we will overcome these hardships if we can just keep these 3 simple words in our hearts: integrity, dignity, community. Thank you for your time, and I thank you for your courage.